So today is Monday, April 13th, and I'm going to go see the cherry blossoms while they're still in season. They're only like bloom for like a couple of weeks in April every year by like the Museum of Science and Industry in Jackson Park. So I'm going to head over there and, just go and see them. I haven't seen cherry blossoms in years. I used to live in Maryland, and one thing I liked about living in like the DMV area, especially closer to like DC, is the cherry blossom season. But it would be cherry blossoms like all summer, all spring, and I just think that it looks so cute, so pretty. It makes the city just look like a vibe, like an aesthetic. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna be starting off with this lip plumping oil from Judy Doll before I apply my lip stain because I want my lip combo to last all day. So that's what we're doing. So this video is just gonna be like a laid back video. I'm just gonna be doing like a get ready with me, kind of like showing you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of my makeup. Earlier I showed you guys my breakfast. I had protein pancakes, grits, and fried plantains. Not the super healthiest option in the world because of the oil that I used to cook with, but that's what I'm eating today. And the reason why I put it in the baking pans instead of individual because it's just so much faster and easier that way, and I can meal prep for days for me and my partner. So it was enough food for both of us to eat today. And then I was able to put things in bowls for later. So there's breakfast for like the next 2 days. So I don't have to worry about waking up and cooking breakfast. So that was the goal, that was the point. And now I can do my makeup and head out to go see the cherry blossoms before they stop blowing. Okay, so usually before I do my makeup, I like to make sure that my skin is clean, prepped, and moisturized, and I allow my face to set for a few minutes to absorb all the skincare before I start applying makeup. And I'm always gonna recommend a primer. Today I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip. I'm just gonna do a few squirts at the back of my hand. And dab it and rub it in and make sure I apply a nice thin even layer. This is how you know you have a good primer. It should be nice, sticky, and tacky. I'm going to start off with one size, turn up the base foundation. I am shade Dark Deep 35 Neutral Gold. This is what it looks like. I usually do about 3 squirts. Now, if you guys are on TikTok, you can get this foundation for like $17 now. But if you're not, then it is linked in my Binnable link down below. And they're always having like deals with this foundation. But they sent me this in PR last year. It's so nice, it's so good and full coverage. I have not been able to return to drugstore makeup. Like I used to use NYX foundation, but I'm absolutely spoiled by one size and I cannot go back. Not to mention that because this foundation is usually on sale for like $17 with TikTok, and the NYX foundation has gone up to being about the same price nowadays. When I see it in like Walgreens or CVS or something, I might as well go for the better quality, higher end foundation that I actually want. Drugstores are like charging the same prices, and I love it so much. I have a lot of stuff from one side because they did send me like a PR bundle last year, but I'm telling you, this is my 4th bottle from them. The first bottle they sent me, I've been ran through that, but I've since bought all 3 of these bottles myself. Like all one size. Okay, I bought all of these myself with my own money without them sending me anything. So I just wanted to say that for full disclosure. So you guys don't think that I'm lying just because they sent it to me. Like I bought these bottles with my own money. I bought it full price. I bought it on sale. Like, it's 100% worth it to me to make the upgrade. I feel like when it comes to makeup, there are certain things that you can splurge on. Like, there are certain things that you have to invest in, and then there's certain things that you can go cheap on. Like, you can go cheap with eyeliner, you can go cheap with mascara, you can go cheap with lash glue, or just like false lashes, eyeshadow, concealer, but foundation and setting spray, you need good quality for those to last. So I'm gonna let my foundation sit for a few minutes and then I'll come back and do my concealer. This is a concealer replacement. These are both the e.l.f. concealers. They're like $7 in the drugstore. As you guys know, if you don't, if you're new here, I'm allergic to perfume, so I can't go into stores like Ulta or Sephora. So when it comes to things like concealer, I have to go to the store to buy it. Like I can't go, like I have to go to like the drugstores to buy it. I can't just walk into Sephora or Ulta. And so, and concealer is one of those things that's so cheap that it's not worth it for me to order this online and pay the shipping and handling. Like for that much, I can just buy two of these with the shipping price alone. Like it's just easier for me to go to the store to get it. So, and these don't irritate my skin, so I really like these. These will be linked down below in my Venable. Because I'm not in like a super big rush today, I am gonna let my concealer dry for a few minutes before I blend it. I do this because I have watery under eyes and it's supposed to rain in like an hour. And I have been fighting for my life with my watery eyes since I have gone without my high-end setting spray. Like I've been using this beauty supply store setting spray and it's okay, but it's not like the waterproof setting sprays that I was using before. I've just been on a hunt for a new one that works and it's fragrance free. And so far the stuff at the beauty supply store is fragrance free, so it's what's working for me right now. But I did order like a waterproof makeup sealer that I look forward to getting and hope that it helps me out a lot so that I don't have to worry about my under eyes being ruined because my under eyes have been going through it. And it's been times where I had to go fill in at a dental office, you know, working like a temp job or whatever, or show up for a working interview, and my freaking under eyes are just gone through it. So this is a good way to help ensure that my under eyes are going to last a little longer. When you allow your concealer to dry for a few minutes before blending, it'll become thicker and easier to blend and is more likely to last and withstand like the watery under eyes that can happen to me when it's windy, whether it's cold or hot. So I'm going to use this setting spray. Okay, so I forgot to mention that before you spray your setting spray. You want to take a deep breath in, hold it, spray, hold it as long as possible, and then breathe out. And then after that, the spray should be dry by then, and then you can breathe like normal. But you don't want to breathe in. You don't want to breathe in setting spray. So that's just like a nice little tip. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes, blend this out, and then we'll be back. I'm done blending out my concealer, my contour. I'm gonna go in with blush. I have two blushes from Julia's Place. One is Sweet Berries and the other one is Barbie Rose. So I'm gonna put Sweet Berry at the top. I'm gonna do two dots. And I know that's brave because we all seen the videos of how pigmented Julia's Place is, but I like to be dramatic. And I'm doing a cherry blossom look today. So I just feel like it definitely fits. If you are pale, you need like a quarter of a drop for your whole entire face. Otherwise, it's gonna be too much for you. But I like to be extra, so it's not too much for me. And then I have this e.l.f. blush, the camo blush in shade Coral Crush. So actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I typically like to use a round brush that's a little bit smaller than this, but we're gonna work with it and do some little taps. We're gonna blend it up into that pink and blend this. Like concentrated little pats. And then we're gonna blend it into that berry. And we're gonna blend that into my eye. And I'm gonna take the other side of it and do these little brush strokes here. Blend it into my eye and then go sideways. I know that looks like a giant bruise, but we're gonna trust the process because this is gonna be a great underpainting for the cherry blossoms that I'm gonna do on my face later. Okay, so I'm done with my makeup. As you guys can see, I put this highlighter all over my face because I really want to accentuate all the work that I've done. This kind of has like, it looks white, but when you spray it out, it's kind of iridescent. It's like pink and white little flecks in it. Like, it's so pretty. I'm gonna see if I can capture it on camera. But this is the spray highlight called Wish Charm. Like, this is how it looks. It is from Sushi Glow. I'm gonna link it down below in my Dinnable. But like it's pink. It has some flecks of like a lavender-ish purple. And it is all over my face. It's not just central to like the highlight areas. And then for my inner corner highlights, I'm also using Sushi Glow. I'm using the Wyvern Scales in shade Frostbite. Now this looks white, but when it goes on the skin, it looks blue. So I'm gonna get dressed and then we're gonna head out and then I'm gonna take you guys with me to go see the church. All right, so this is the final look. This is the dress. I know that cherries and cherry blossoms are not connected, but it's the closest thing I got to match my makeup look. Some of you guys may have seen me in this dress before and be thinking,
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater. Maybe I'm an outfit repeater, but you're an outfit remember.
yeah, so it's called laundry. But, you know, the body is bodying. I got my lotion. I put a little castor oil in my lotion so that I can have nice glowy skin. And I did add a little bit of the highlight to my chest so that the pink highlight matches the face highlight. So that the pink highlight matches the face highlight here. So I don't know if you guys can pick that up on camera, but that's what we're doing. I'm gonna head to Jackson Park. I think that this is probably the last week to see the cherry blossoms bloom. If you're interested in seeing the cherry blossoms bloom, I think they only bloom for like 2 or 3 weeks a year in April, and then they're gone for the rest of the year. So I want to go see it before they're gone. They're probably starting to like, I don't know what they do after they're done blooming, but they're probably like at the tail end of bloom season. So I'm probably not gonna get the best pictures, but I saw a lot of people posting online and they look a little white. They look more white and less pink this year. So that's something I did notice. But I've been wanting to do this for years and I just never got the chance to. I keep forgetting. I keep, getting other things done besides this, but this is the outfit. This is the look. I did not do any freckles today because I wanted the cherry blossoms to be the star of the show since I am going to go see cherry blossoms. And then I got some content to create for a brand that I was supposed to create yesterday, but the store was closed. So we're gonna go there today instead of yesterday. So I filmed some footage yesterday and I filmed some footage today, and I'm just gonna combine those two and then, come home and do everything. But I am gonna record some footage. I don't think I'm gonna be able to like talk to you guys once I'm out and about because I will be in public and I don't know how good this mic works when I'm in a crowd, if you're gonna pick up on other people's conversation or not. But this is the look, this is the vibe. I put a bunch of safety pin clips in my hair because I don't feel like retwisting it or like laying my edges or anything. So this is what we're doing. I hope that the light is able to pick up on the highlight spray that I put on because I could see it in real life. It looks pink, it looks a little purple. It definitely works out with the look. So I will see you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. All right, so we're here at Jackson Park. We made it to see the cherry blossoms. They're still blooming. They're still in the season.
Everything looks so pretty. Like I came here for the cherry blossoms, but like look at the river. Look at this little pond. I didn't even know this was all back here. Look how everything is reflecting on the water. Like everything just looks so nice. The weather was nice. The sights were nice. Like everything about this day was just so lovely. I'm really glad I got to come out here and look at everything because I didn't do this before when I initially wanted to. So this is, my point of view when I look up and I'm walking around the trees and I'm seeing how, it contrasts with the sky. I didn't go down closer by the water because there was people over there. Like the people were kind of congregating by where like the more cherry blossoms were. Like the more cherry blossoms there were, the more people there were. And I really do try not to film other people while I am recording content, which gets a little bit challenging when you're out in public spaces like this. But I still had a good time. It was so nice. I didn't know that people came out here for dates and that they brought their family. The way that social media made it seem like it was just like a influencer hotspot, to appreciate this city. But it was really nice. I initially wore a sweater just in case, because I can't be too sure about Chicago weather. It has been on and off raining, which I did not bring like a hood or umbrella or anything. I really just hope for the best. And thank goodness I did not get caught in the rain. But I'm just really loving all these cherry blossoms. I didn't even know that they planted cherry blossoms here in like 2013. I think it was either 2013 or 2023. One of those years that end with a three. But I just love like the reflection on the water. It was so beautiful. I really love this day. So if you're in Chicago and you want to find something fun to do for the spring, this is a really nice view for sightseeing. It's also great if you just want to like walk around for a little bit and have a scenic view to get some exercise, get some fresh air and everything. Like it just looked so nice. So I ended up going over by the other side of this lake to get like some different views, get some different perspectives. So this is like the in between stage, and now I'm walking closer to it. So it was just really nice and lovely. I'm just loving how the cherry blossoms look. Like it's so pretty. So this is like the museum side. This is what the museum looks like from this angle. I've never been to the back of the museum before, so this is an interesting thing to see. It feels, like, damn, am I supposed to be over here? Like, what's going on? But it was pretty fun, pretty cute. I ended up taking some pictures over here since it was less people, so I didn't feel like anybody would be in my shots or anything. I love the pattern on the sidewalk. I thought that was pretty interesting and fun. I love how the cherry blossoms look on the ground. Like everything just looks so lovely. Like look at this view. It's really nice. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming with me to see this view. It was really lovely. Alright, so I decided to come over here and walk around these cherry blossoms that are kind of tucked away in the corner. They're not as big as some of the other trees, so you don't really see anybody over here, but I still thought they were interesting to look at. I wanted to kind of show you guys a close-up of these trees, but I started to feel raindrops, so the saxophone started getting louder, and I immediately knew that it was time for me to pack up and go home, but it was still a fun day.